Hello everybody, welcome to this stream. Today I'm going to be showing you the cut challenges for the Minecraft Survivor because we had to cut some, and I'll explain the story later, or actually right now, I should say. So what happened was we were planning to film Minecraft Survivor last Saturday from 8 to 12, 4 hours straight. We were going to play and get ready to go. And I start everything up, and I had 16 people ready to go, and only seven of them joined the voice chat. And that's not a number of people, so we got a guy who can get a friend in. So that friend comes in. We introduce him in. Now we got 8 people. That's 4 people a team. Still, it's not gonna be that entertaining. It's 4 people a team. Like, that's barely anything. We were then able to find 2 more people, so we had 5 people per team, 10 people in total, and we had to stick with that. But because of that, I had to get rid of, like, I don't even know how many a good amount of challenges. There's 6 people that were gone, so there's like 12 challenges I had to get rid of. So I'm going to show those to you today. But if you're part of our Discord, after that filming session, I wrote, "The death of the channel is closer than it's ever been." And that's because while we were filming and we were recording, I was continuously trying to get everything set up and everything sorted out. And I'm not going to say any names, but what ended up happening is we were going to do intros for everyone, and then we were going to get into the world, which we were already two and a half hours in. So we were already like behind on time. So I was trying to get things sped up, and so I was going to create just a random world, have everyone join, and then we were going to film it. But I had troubles trying to send invites to everyone, so one guy was like, "Oh, I'm on Xbox, and I have Xbox privilege because it's owned by Microsoft, and I'll create the world." So he creates the world, and everyone joins that world, which literally it's the same thing that would have happened with PlayStation, nothing different, except now he owns it. And he decides that now that he owns the world, he's gonna require everyone to build a pyramid. And so it took us like 30 minutes, probably even more. We were probably 2 hours in, and it took an hour just to get intros for everyone done. And what I mean by intros, that's like the opening scene, your first introduction to the contestants. It's gonna be like let's say my intro would be, "Hi, I'm Untitled Jasper, and I think I'm going to win these games because my strategy is not to have a strategy." And what I mean by that is I'm going to evolve based on the people around me, because this is a social game. So if I see that people are acting in a certain way, I will play in a style that will help me win compared to the people around me. And that's how I'm going to win this. And so that's what we were filming. But something like that. And it took like 30 minutes, and then I had to, of course, get rid of challenges. And the entire time I just continuously, in my own Discord server that I made specifically for Minecraft Survivor, in the thing that I spent all of my summer spending hard time and working hard on, I was continually getting overshadowed because apparently everyone in that Discord just wanted to build this pyramid, and they all were talking and they're all doing all that, which is okay. I'm fine with talking, but like I was just completely, we legit took so long building that, and we spent so much time on that pyramid while doing the intros too. I know, but one of the things that just really hurt is that I spent so much time on this, and there were so many times where I would try to speak and just everyone would speak over me, or I'd be trying to like talk to one person and I'd be like, "Hey, Steve," there's no one named Steve, so I'm not calling anyone out, but I would be like, Steve, I can't get you in the world, can you do this with me, blah blah blah." And I was just trying to talk over, and everyone just kept talking over me, and it's like everything I was doing was being overshadowed in my own Discord server, and everyone in that Discord server, in the thing that I spent so long making, an entire summer of my life spent planning out this Minecraft Survivor. We get to filming, and everyone just speaks over me and decides to start this whole new Giza pyramid thing or whatever, and they start to just make an absolutely ginormous pyramid, and they're planning this out while I'm trying to set up this Minecraft survivor that they are in the Discord for. The only reason they're in this Discord is to do this, and instead I keep getting overshadowed by that, and I kept getting talked over, and every time we were about to play, they're like, oh, we gotta do the Giza, and they formed an entire other Discord server dedicated to building this pyramid in the Discord server I had spent. And again, I'm okay with that, but it's just really annoying and like just kind of disrespectful to me, because I just was trying so hard to get attention and just people kept speaking over me. And not everyone. I'm not blaming everyone. I'm not blaming everyone or anyone. I'm not pointing out specific people. If you're in that and you were in that group chat and you're watching this video and you can think, hey, I was kind of being rude, then you know I was getting everyone to shut up for everything. I know I'm not calling anyone out, and I'm definitely not mad at anyone. It's just a sad feeling. And if I'm saying this, and I mean, you don't even have to lie. Like, I don't know who you are in the videos or in the Minecraft Survivor, and you don't have to say your name. But it doesn't matter who you are, and I'm not gonna call people out, and I'm not gonna be mad at any specific people. But if you know who you, if you're watching this and you know you were talking and being pretty disrespectful, you know who it is, you know who you are, you know that stuff that teachers say. So I honestly, that hit me so much, and that really got to me, because I had so much like built up to that, and so much hype built up to that day, and just it went about as poorly as I could, that I straight up considered never doing anything on YouTube again. Like, I actually filmed a video where I explained all of this and like how much this affects me, and I like straight up just lost for like that in pretty much the entire week until about Wednesday. I was fully recovered from it. Just like, wait a second. No, this is a different server dedicated to the Minecraft Survivor, where the people decided to form their own Discord server. And it really hit me, and I actually filmed a video saying that I would have posted today, saying if I don't post a video today, a stream today, and I post this video instead, that means I'm either quitting YouTube or I'm going to be taking a break for a while. And I would be explaining the situation. And honestly, I'm going to say it was, like, even though I'm streaming now and I'm saying I'm better about it, if it was not for church that I went to the next Sunday morning, I probably wouldn't have changed my mind. Because that really did help going to church and the message that I get. I'm not trying to like spread, trying to turn this into like gospel here. I'm just saying that's, if it was not for that, I probably would not be streaming right now, and I would have just uploaded that video. So I got really close, but I'm ready to continue now. I have a straighter mind, and I'm ready to go. So yeah, we have about 12 or 14, yeah, like 12 challenges to get through. So this would be right here, what we're getting into is the episode 6 reward challenge. So at this point in the game, there are 11 people left. Everyone's just coming off of voting someone. One team just came off of voting someone out. I can try looking in my notes what the reward is for this challenge, but this is pretty much the last, I think it's the last reward challenge that would have happened before the merge. So let me see in my notes. So 6. So the reward for this is, once you get back to base, every single person gets a cookie. So this is just a fun one. Don't let anyone make you quit. I know, it was really discouraging, just because, I spent so much time on it, and it just felt like in the moment that nothing was going on. So I'm going to use the barrier blocks just so you can see where things are. So everyone would be in adventure mode. It's dark, but mobs won't spawn. You'd spawn in here, and you put in here. I don't exactly remember how it would work. I think it would be, this is 8 people team. So I think this is a 2v2 challenge. It's either a 2v2 or a 3v3. So it would start off with one team I think it would be the losing team would decide if they want to start seeking or hiding, but this is a hide and seek map. one team would have 2 or 3 people in here, then the other team would have 2 or 3 people out here, and they can roam. I actually use these border blocks. This is the only challenge I ever use, these border blocks. I really don't like them because it really makes you feel like you're confined, but these ones just made everything a lot easier. But so these are circling an entire area, and you apparently I didn't turn off mob spawning. Okay. Luckily, we didn't have to deal with that while filming. I probably should go through all the challenges and make sure everything is okay. But yeah, we just have an area here. And these, even though, like, there's one up high here, you can't just walk down here. Like, I'm in creative, so I can walk past them. But these is basically an entire wall of invisible blocks that you can't go through. But since I'm in creative, I can go through them. And it'd be a creative part here. And it is basically hide and seek, and it'd be timed, and whatever seekers could hide the longest would win. And if you won, you got a cookie. So that's that one. Yeah, I'm gonna try to fill in these parts where I'm not speaking and switching, but I don't want to like start a conversation because I'm literally just switching worlds. So these are the sneak peeks. The one I just went by there, those are all challenges. If you look at the pictures, you might get a quick glimpse into what challenges that are going to be in there, but it's not going to be fully described. And this video is honestly just a little bit of a hype video for what's coming up, because, you know, it is a pretty, you know, good video with a lot of time spent. That's why, you know, it got to me earlier of almost quitting YouTube, because I spent so much time on it. And I think the reason that got to me so much is just because, you know, it's like, you know, they say you put a bunch of effort into a video and it's gonna do better, but like almost every video I put a ton of time into doesn't end up doing good. Like that Battlefield 5 video got 22 views. I spent a ridiculous amount of time getting that video made, and it got 22 views, you know. So it's just like everything else got brought up. So this is actually the end of the challenge. So let me go to the beginning. The reason this one got cut, I really wanted to keep this, but just due to lack of people, we had to cut this because I don't think there's even enough people in per team to get this done. And if there are, there wouldn't be too much. But this challenge would, this is immunity. So this is a challenge where if you lose, you have to vote a person off of your team. This is also a very team-induced challenge, where you do need everyone on your team to participate. Obviously some parts you can put someone in and it's okay. But this one we just couldn't, I couldn't put in because there's not enough people to do it. So you would have one, so what would happen is, this is one of those challenges too, that you would need to start off. We would have to film one team, time them, and then set everything back up, and then have another team go and time that team, and it's just whoever had the fastest time. We couldn't have 2 teams going at once, which is partially also why it got cut, but it was mainly because we just didn't have enough people to do the challenge. So this would be an early on challenge, episode 4. So you would start off, and everyone would be separated off between these different points. So it'd be one person there, one person here, one person there, and throughout the rest of it. And it's like it's kind of like a relay-ish, where you start off and it's go, and the first person here runs and they jump into the water, and it's just like a swimming game. And you gotta swim all the way over here. Once you get here, once you jump onto this platform, it's this person's turn to go, and now they have to do the parkour. Obviously if you fail, I actually made sure that there's no way to get back up here, so you have to go to the beginning and basically just keep doing the parkour. Only one person has to do this, so not that bad, but every time you fall, you have to go all the way back here. You can't climb up these either. I put the slabs there so that wouldn't happen. I'm gonna keep doing this parkour until I get it, because that's just how I am. And it's also to show how it could be in a challenge. So this is probably the part that, this and the last part is probably going to be what takes the longest, depending on who's doing it. If you have a person who's really good at parkour, obviously this is a clean sweep. Okay, I'm not gonna try doing that Neo. And then after the Neo, you know, blah, you gotta get here. I think that's, is that a 4 block? And am I that devious to put a 4 block after a Neo? I put a 4 block after a Neo. So you gotta do a Neo, then you gotta do a 4 block jump. Then it's the rowing challenge, where there's another person here. So once, I'm gonna turn down this music. Jeez. Jeez, it's so loud. There's a flute in my ear. Calm down, man. I don't even know if that's a flute. I hope it's a flute. I don't want to sound dumb. Video. No. Audio. That's right. No. Main. Jeez, that music just is so loud. Okay. So there'd be another person here. Once that guy finishes the parkour, this person goes and they start boating. And now what they have to do is they have to go in between these pillars. You have to go through every single one. No skipsies. You gotta make sure you go through every single one. And this is one that, like, it's basically like, it's pretty easy to do, but if you get a person who's not as good at the game, it can end up costing them. Like this one right here can be a little hard sometimes if you're not the best at the game. This section, just because it's a lot of zigging and zagging and wiggy wagging. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Ignore that. That was extremely cringy. But yeah, you gotta navigate all this, and you just gotta get through. You gotta push through. Okay. Apparently you can't go that way. Did it grow? I think. Oh, did the propagules grow? That probably happened. I don't know. Hang on. See, that's why you gotta test everything first. I guess something happened where like a new tree grew or something, because this was doable. I did test these challenges beforehand, especially this one, except the last part, but you'll see why once you get. Oh yeah, that definitely wasn't there. Alright, so obviously I would test this. Trust me, it's not gonna be that rigged. I promise. You can hear there'd be another person. This is a running part where you just have to follow the path. It's pretty simple. Another one where it's like you can just throw an extra person on here, but obviously if you get someone who might not be as good at the game, it can cost you some time. This entire time the other people are waiting at their spots, and you'll see why later. This part gets a little hard just because it kind of integrates with the sand. Then you get here. This is one that can have 2 people, so you can have 2 people going at once. So there'll be one person waiting here, and the person who just went walking can also join you. And then there's a bunch of shovels and wooden pickaxes, because there is, I don't remember what's in the chest, but if you, somewhere in this circle, and I actually might not have been in the circle, I was going to check that once we get to filming. Yeah, it's like somewhere over here. And it's far down. Like this part would take a while, honestly. Like I was kind of being mean by giving them wooden tools. I'm not gonna lie. Somewhere down here. Either you're like far down, like they were gonna be digging. I gotta find gotta find the chest. Because I felt like everything, sometimes in the challenges, I felt like everything else was just too easy, so I just make one really hard part. Which is okay, it's okay to have a hard part. Where is this? I might have put it outside of the circle. Okay, we're gonna just keep searching. Right. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Alright. Man, how much area have you? I know this is maybe I was nicer than I thought. Maybe I put it more over here. If this chest isn't here, okay, maybe good thing this one got cut. Maybe it's a good one. There's a good thing this one got cut. I knew this one was gonna be, this was hard to find, and I knew I'd have troubles finding it, but jeez. See, my hope is by this update we would have, there it is. It is in the circle, see? See? So, so you'd have to dig down. And you, oh, it was a goat. Oh, that's right, because this one was made right as, if you notice, by the mangrove forest. I made this challenge right as the new update came out. So I wanted it to be a goat horn. I remember now. My original plan also, because the update has came out, I thought spectator mode was on Bedrock, which it is not. They changed that, so you can't get it on Bedrock. But you have to find, after digging all the way down there, dig all the way up. Now you would have to get this goat horn all the way back to the starting place. So you'd have to come here, and it has to be the same person before. So this guy has to give the goat horn to the guy who was walking before, and he has to go this way. If you want, and he has to give it to all the different people. He can't just like run that way and get, you know, to the end. He has to go. If he's feeling like a macho guy and he thinks he has a good sense of direction, he can try going this way. But if he accidentally takes a wrong turn, obviously, you know, then that might not be as good. So that's just a little part to be like, you know, does trying to go faster, you know, it could put you in a better position in the game by being a team player, but also could put you in a worse position because you mess up. But yeah, you got to go back, give this guy the goat horn, then he has the boat all the way back. Oh. He has boat all the way back through the rings. Oh, that's how they did it before. Wasn't that these were in the way that on a boat you can go under the 1 block spaces. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through it just so you get a chance to see the challenge, because you're not gonna see them in a video, so might as well bask them in. This is also for me too, because this is one of my favorites. I actually kind of like this one, and partially had to do with the fact that I think I did a good part at making it a unique challenge, but still Minecraft, but also still somehow Survivor. Like this one has a really good combo between the three of like Minecraft, but also Survivor, but also just like unique. It does have that nice part, and add the new update. Then, you know, obviously the horn gets passed to this guy, parkour guy. And obviously you can swim back, but it is faster to do the parkour, so it's like if you're a parkour god, you can get through. And then obviously he gets back. Thank you. Gives it back to the final guy who has to swim back, and once they drop the horn on the starting mat, then the timer will be stopped. And whoever has the fastest time wins. And so, like, again, this is a bit of a hype video. Thank you for saying it's such a cool map, but this is what I mean. It's a hype video. I mean, these videos probably won't be made in a while. I mean, it's going to be sooner now that we have less people, so that's less episodes we have to film and less, you know, filmings I have to go through. Yeah, but I'm scared for the parkour, though. I'm going to get screwed. Actually, again, that's... So, this... Garrett Barrera, sorry if I butchered that, is in the games, to anyone watching who wants some context clues. But yeah, that is one where everyone will be spread out, so no one has to so if you have one person who's like, I'm good at parkour, then you have them do the parkour. But obviously if you have one guy who's like, oh, I'm amazing at parkour, and he's not as good as he thinks he is, and he keeps messing that up, then it's kind of like, oh. But it's not gonna be in. Let me see, going down. Okay, episode 11 reward challenge. I don't think I ever actually, this is one that like very early on when I was cutting things yet. You said it right, approval. This is one of the ones where I really didn't have planned at all. Like, I didn't realize until I was picking what challenges I was going to cut. This was the first one I cut because I realized that I made it, and I was like, oh, future Jodel is going to do the rest of this challenge. And then I never did the rest of the challenge. And So like this is one that I had to cut. It is would have been a good challenge, but it's it's one where I just forgot to do the rest of it. So this is one that kind of needed to be cut. But unless I do, okay, I didn't. So how this one would work is this is episode 11 reward challenge. So whoever would win this gets a reward. And obviously, as you can tell by the number of seats, I think there actually is 5 people left in the game. I just have 6 seats because it looks better symmetrically. But this is an interesting one. So this one, the reward was a night vision potion. I don't know what you're gonna do with that. It's just kind of cool, I guess. You got a night vision potion, so next time it's night, you can see for a bit. I don't know why I put that one in. But this one would have been a night vision potion. There would have been 5 people left in the game. So like things are starting to get, you know, kind of intense. Now this one would work. It would be a trivia. Which the reason that's the research part that Jodel didn't do is I was supposed to go out and like research trivia questions. Not questions like how many hit points does a wither have. Yeah, that's an inside joke for you fellow fans who watched that very good episode of Minecraft Fun Night. But I would ask questions about Survivor, Minecraft, and then just random things in general. And maybe even questions about the YouTube channel. And then once I state the question or start speaking, it's whoever grabs the gold ingot first. Okay, but you can't open the chest. Once this chest opens, I stop speaking the question. So there's no like opening chest and getting your hand ready to grab the gold ingot. Because once that chest opens, if you opened it, you can't close it again. And we got recordings on you, so we'll know. So Jitter Hands can definitely get some in here. So, you know, it could be something like, how many subscribers does Jay? And then, you know, someone clicks to open it, and I'm like, go, and they say 100 and where are we, like 158? And it's like, oh, was 2 months ago. You know, and then, you know, you mess up. I don't know. This is definitely one that I cut early. It would have been kind of nice to see how people go, and it's definitely one of those mental challenges ones where it's not just like, okay. This is one of those ones where it's like a mental challenge where it's not like you don't need skill in the game, you just need some knowledge of real life. But obviously, you know, I didn't do the research for it, so it wouldn't have been good, and it got cut out anyways. But I do in the future kind of want to bring something like this back if we ever need a challenge like that. So if we do a Minecraft Survivor season 2 or even 3, or really any future Minecraft Survivors we do, I don't know how many we're gonna do. Okay, goodbye. I don't know how many more we'll do, or, you know, if we'll do any more, or how long it will last. But if you're in a future one, that might be a challenge that comes up in the future. So that's one where being a fan helps you. Okay, so this one is this one, honestly, not gonna lie, this is the one thing that it would have been real nice to have Aiden. So this would be episode 11, which, okay, so this would be, actually, hang on, I don't know if I can share this yet, hold on. I don't, friggin' theorists, get your eyes ready, because you're going to get a quick glimpse of what this world is, but I don't know if I can show this world. Okay? That's all you get to see. That's all you get to see. And that's kind of all I want you to see, because it looks terrible. Okay? Don't look. Don't judge me. That's one where I kind of, you know, if Aiden wasn't in the games, I definitely would have had him help me with that part. But I have to see. I might still be able to show you. I just have to see. 9, 8, 10, 7, 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. Okay, I can show you. It's alright. I can show you. I don't really want to show you because this is definitely not the best of my works. But, This would be the reward for episode 11. So this isn't the episode 11 reward challenge. This is the episode 11 reward. And this one was just kind of a test because they do stuff like this on the TV show Survivor, or at least in the early seasons. They don't really do it as much anymore. But in the earlier seasons, they'd have stuff like this. So I just wanted to put this in to see how it would translate to Minecraft Survivor. I wouldn't expect it to do well just because the surviving part's a little different. This is a challenge that gives you comfort, and obviously the people playing at home are sitting down in their house with food, water, and hopefully shelter, or hopefully they have all of those basic needs. So they're not starving in the wilderness and are like, oh yeah, I need to win this reward challenge so I get some pillows or something. So, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. What is this? Oh my gosh, what is... I forgot how bad this looked. Oh my gosh. I was listening to a podcast, so I wasn't actually paying attention to this. And I'm not a good builder at all. So, I think we'll show episode 11 later, because it's not in the games. And if it's in the games, then I guess we just spoiled this. But what's going to happen is if you win the reward challenge for episode 11, which is an immunity challenge, not immunity challenge, a reward... Of course, the reward challenge for episode 11 is a reward challenge. That's how English works. But you would, if you won that, you would... And I don't even know how this would work. It's kind of just like a strategy one that this is one that they have on the show, and I didn't know how it would translate into the games. But you would get to spend a night on this boat, because obviously who wouldn't want to spend the night here? There's even a downstairs section. Ooh, oh my gosh, this isn't furnace at all. This is terrible. I'm sorry you have to see this. I'm actually glad this got cut, because this is absolutely horrendous. But yeah, you would win a night on here, but you get to pick, if you watch the shows, if you watch the show, you know this, but you get to pick another person who's still in the game to go on this boat with you, and you just spend an entire day, an entire Minecraft day, chilling out on this boat with a person that you're choosing. And so, again, one, terrible building, two, not much of a reward. I just really wanted to translate it. I don't know what this was about. I was too busy listening to Distractable, and that's gone. This is terrible. Let's look how it's gonna look worse under. Oh my gosh. Actually, okay, the front looks really bad, but it looks better underneath than it does on the surface. But it doesn't look good on either sides, so just saying it's good is a disgrace to society. So that shows how I'm not good at building, and that season 2 will probably be better because we'll have Aiden, who literally only plays Minecraft. That's a joke, that's a joke. He doesn't only play Minecraft, I think. I hope that doesn't sound mean. I'm not trying to say it as mean, I'm just saying it as a joke. But like, Aiden would be able to go out there and actually make a boat. Wait, hang on, yeah. Okay, so this is the episode 2 reward. So, basically, this is the episode where things are going to start, kicking off, or would have been starting to kick off. You're going to start getting to know a lot more of the people in the games more. Well, my thinking for this one is you're going to start getting to know the people in the show more. Because now you're gonna have more. Yeah, that first episode, so everything was first impressions. But this is the episode where you really start to see like true personalities come out, and you start to really see like who's who, and you really start to build like, okay, that guy kind of seems like I want to root for him. I think he's my favorite, and oh my gosh, that guy, I don't know, he I don't really want him to win too much. So, oh wait, no, this wasn't that one. Oh, never mind, forget that. Don't listen to me. Wait, then what is the other? Okay, hang on. So this one isn't that. So this one, the reason I put this one in was to just also a little bit to show off personalities, but this wasn't. This was made for a different reason. Before we made the games, um, I didn't know you can set the max number of players to world to max, or to like change the max players in the world. So like you can change it from 8 to 40. But before it was 8, which, you know, on paper sounds good enough to do it. You film one island, you have 8 people join, you know, you have them do their things, then you log off, and then you film another island and you go back and forth, which would have made recording so much more longer, but luckily I changed that, so now we can do both islands being recorded at once, which saves so much time. But one of the problems is with that original strategy, what I had to do, or one of the problems is I have to be in the world because I made the world. So I'm one of the 8 people in the world, but I'm not in the game, and there's 8 people per team. So to fix this, I had like this weird thing set up where it was like you start the game off and everyone selects who they think is their strongest player just based off usernames and skins. And then the strongest player would then pick who he thinks is the weakest player based on usernames and skins. And then the weakest player would just have to sit out the first episode, but also the person who was deemed the weakest players on each team, if their team went to tribal council, they couldn't vote, but they also couldn't be voted out. So it was like a guaranteed move on. I don't even know how that would work later on. Thank goodness we don't have to do that. But this challenge was going to like set those original 2 people to go against each other. So what would have happened is everyone would have joined in this box. So 4 people, well there would only be 4 people, the person that was deemed the strongest by collectively as a team, and the person who was deemed the weakest by the person who's deemed the strongest on the team. And there would be 2 people on each team, and they'd be in here. And then, you know, the 2 people would have to collaborate of who they want to do which, or which person wants to do what part in this challenge. So it's a little bit of a part of a challenge where like things can kind of get shaken up a bit, just because now these 2 people, you know, obviously the weak link person who's deemed the weakest kind of has a little bit more of a grudge against the person who said that they were the weakest. So this is kind of a part where that might come out, but it's also like the other team members have no clue like what happens in this challenge. So this is a reward challenge too. So let me see what the reward was. There was no I have no reward in my notes. There's no reward. It's just drama. Are we going to do the team who has more get yeah, so in this, so that's just a question about how the games are going to work. That is how it is in normal Survivor, so we're going to do that. If there's a situation where people are going into a challenge and one team has 4 people and the other team has 5 people, the team with 5 people have to pick a person on their team who's going to sit out that challenge, just so it's even teams going against each other. But that's how it is in normal Survivor, so that's not me picking a rule that's doing stuff. And that one person's just sitting out that challenge, and of course the rules of Survivors, you can't set the same person out in back-to-back challenges. So obviously if you pick your weakest person to sit, if you have 5 people left and you're going against the team that has 4 and you choose to sit out your weakest person in the reward challenge, now you need your weakest person in the immunity challenge because you can't sit the same person out in back-to-back challenges. So now that weak person has to be in your immunity challenge, and you have to vote someone else out who might have contributed there. But one of the parts with this is supposed to be early drama, where it's like whatever happens in this challenge, the players could go back to their island and they can say whatever they want. So this is a part where drama could get brought up, where it's like they go back home and one person's like, oh, that guy is the reason we lost. No, he's the reason we lost. And you know, some drama might get filled, or people are just like, oh, we lost, okay. Because I didn't have anything in my notes for a reward. I think my reasoning for that was just because I wanted to see if both teams could end up getting drama on them. But I don't know. This is kind of a flawed challenge. But anyways, how it would work is I'll do this by green. So green team would have one person in this box and the other person up here. Who's where is decided based on the two people are in it. Again, the people who were deemed the strongest and the person who's deemed the weakest by the strongest. So because they're both in the game, unless the strongest gets voted out, I think I had it that everyone would choose a new strongest. But they would debate on who would go where. So obviously you'd have a green person there, a green person there, a red person there, a red person there. And if I'm in this box and I'm on red team, I'm going to be given a bow and an arrow, a bow with infinity and an arrow, and I have to hit the person directly and off in front of me, who's on the other team, off with the bow. And so if I'm on the other team, and this is a challenge where if you get hit and died, it doesn't count in the game, so you don't get eliminated. And so that person would have to aim their bow and hit me. And I think I had some things set up. I'm not gonna do this in the normal Minecraft Survivor, so don't worry. But I think I had a thing set up where it's like if you get hit by the bow, that's like one hit with a fist once you get back to base, which, you know, food's limited, so any damage you take can be crucial. So it's one of those things where it's like whoever's sitting up here, one has to, you know, both players have to be good because it's dependent on both of their skills, but it's pretty much who's willing to take a risk for the team. And obviously you can try standing closer up and take hits, but if you like get shot 5 times in the challenge, that's hearts going in surviving, and it actually has a chance of you possibly dying and getting kicked out of the game. And so it's one of those things that's like, this is like the heroic spot up here. So it's kind of like who wants to be the hero and who wants to be the bad guy and who wants to blame the other person. I don't know, that's just what I thought. Also, apparently a cow spawned in my trap, so he's permanently there for the rest of the time. There's another one that's kind of flawed, and once I had a chance to get rid of it, I got rid of it. Continuing on, we have episode 12, immunity. This is immunity. I thought this was okay. Never mind. I'll see what this one is. I thought I knew what this one is, but it might not be, but also might. We'll see. We'll see what it is. And if it is what I think it is, then we'll see how hard it was going to be, because there's some challenges that could go on for a really long time depending on world terrain generation. Okay, I remember this one. So, this one got cut out because I think it'd be pretty boring. But how this one was going to work is there's going to be a chest here with a diamond in it. This is an immunity challenge. So if you get this diamond, you get immunity. You know, you're not going to get voted off, and I think you're going to make it to the final 4. Yeah. So, you know, you make it to the guaranteed spot in the final 4, and you get a guaranteed spot. And so what happened is I would give these coordinates, everyone would join, and they join at like 0, 0. And I'd say the coordinates in chat go to 276, 63, 300, and 3,668. Whoever gets to that exact location first and finds the chest with a diamond in it wins immunity, right as everyone joins. And then it's a race. This is one that's just kind of, I was a little lazy because it's near the end of making challenges. And this is the part where, especially in Survivor, later challenges are very much endurance based, and not endurance like lungs. They're endurance based of like, they'll put you in a weird position. A really famous one I don't know how to, it's hard to explain, but you're standing on a platform, but like there's like 3-4 inches where your feet can stand on like this wooden block. So you have like 4 inches of standing space while you're backed up to a wall, and then your arms are pretty much like holding on to these grips behind your head. And it's a really awkward position. And the challenge is literally whoever stays in this position the longest with their feet on the 4 inches of platform you have, and your arms behind your head without letting go of the bars, wins immunity. And you know, you can't recreate that in Minecraft. You can't just like have people do that in Minecraft because it's a video game. So I was just like, who's gonna, you know, run all the way out here? So it's kind of a boring one. That's why I, you know, took it out, because it is a little boring. So I just had to take it out. Moving on, let's see. We have, is that it? That can't be it. Is that actually it? That doesn't make sense. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. We got 5 challenges through. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, we count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm sad that many hang on. I'm confused. Oh wait, that's right. There's extra challenges. I'm freaking okay. So, okay. All right. So let me explain myself. There are some challenges that aren't worlds. They are servers. That explains why I had trouble looking for some, and it felt like there was more of one thing than other, because there were more of one thing than others. Okay. That makes sense. I'm trying to find. Okay. So yeah, all the challenges would have been on the Hive. So for episode 2 immunity challenge, it would be a game of treasure wars between 2 teams. Let me go through my notes. Sorry about this. I completely forgot about that. What? Is there an episode 8 reward in here? 8 reward. Thank you for telling me the game so I can now. So I know what will happen when I play. Those are so those are the cut ones. So that's not what's going to be in the games. That's just what those are just what to expect for the challenges that kind of look like, but obviously they're not going to be like that. They're going to be styled differently, and those are the ones that were cut. So don't expect them to be like that low level or not as entertaining as those ones were. Those are the ones that got cut out. There are some pretty good ones in that I kept in. Obviously, I wouldn't take the good ones out. So yep, the episode 9 reward would be survival games on the Hive. Which there are no servers in this one. All the servers were out. I couldn't put that into consideration. So the episode 11 immunity was going to be a game of hide and seek on the Hive. Not on the one in the worlds. On the Hive hide and seek, I would be okay. We would go into the game mode hide and seek, and I would be the seeker, and the remaining 6 people would be hiding, and the last person found would be the winner. And I think that's it. Everything else is in. So that is everything. I thought it would have been more. It feels like it should be more. I'm gonna do a quick count. And you look at these images, I don't care. You're not gonna get much from them. So we have what would be the first challenge. The first episode would be 1 challenge, which there are. Okay, I guess that actually does make sense because I was factoring 16, but it's really 14. I'm doing the math in my head because before the math of the challenges, I was doing 16 episodes. Every episode there are 2 challenges, except the first episode and the last episode, which only have 1. There's no reward, or the last couple of episodes, I should say, either. Okay, so yeah, things check out. I'll do the math later. Thank you for watching and going on this journey with me. I know this is a shorter stream, but after my quote-unquote existential crisis is what I'm going to name it, over Sunday, I'm going to start just doing more of what I want to do on YouTube. And not because something I do before is that I have a good idea for a stream, and then I would normally finish something like this, and then I would just go on and continue playing on, or another thing that I stopped doing this stream just because I'm starting to stop looking at numbers and just treat YouTube as a hobby than a game of numbers more, because I want to get more enjoyment out of it than fame. What I used to do is I would go on my phone and have the stream playing on the background, hoping that that extra view while I was live streaming would go through the YouTube algorithm and have the chances of my video getting in someone recommended go up. But I stopped doing that tonight just because it's just not honest, and I don't want to do it for the numbers, so I'm gonna end it tonight. Also, I have a demo for Madden 23, which I love Madden, but I don't have any game anymore, so my only way to play is through the demos, and I don't know if I have 10 hours until I can't play the demo, or until like the game is fully released or something like that. I don't know. I can play the game. I don't know how long I can play the game. I hope I can play it for a while. I love Madden. It's a fun game, but it's also really aggravating, especially modern Madden, where a lot of things can be, changed just based on. Sorry about my cat in the background, by the way. Can be changed, but that's a rant for a different day. Talking about how horrible EA is with Madden. Thank y'all for watching. Hopefully you watch more videos, especially Lost at Sea Simulator. I've gotten a lot of reviews from that. So if you have not seen Lost at Sea Simulator, a video, not a short, it is an actual video, not a YouTube short, go watch that. It is really good, or at least what I heard. It's pretty funny, at least the beginning part. I'll admit the later parts that kind of get unfunny, but overall it's a pretty funny video. But it's also like me I'm talking way too much, I'm sorry. That's like me just 5 more seconds. It's like me giving myself a medal of honor for my own video. So obviously, I can't tell you what is funnier for not. I've heard that it's funny. I heard that it's a good video, and it's one of the best videos I made. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I have to hurry because my cat really wants to leave because apparently he's gonna die any second now. Goodbye.